Star Trek Year 1. We are still waiting on official word about Year 1, the rumored follow-up to Strange New Worlds, and ever since the SDCC tease, well, people have been talking about the idea of seeing Captain Kirk's first year on the USS Enterprise. So in case you missed it, Year 1 is basically pitched as a bridge between Pike's crew and the original series era, essentially showing us how Kirk became the legendary captain that we all know, and with a modern sensibility, I guess. As co-showrunner Henry Myers put it, when TOS starts, it's already not the first day on the job. So fundamentally, there's relationships that are already existing. How did they happen? Year 1, it would explore that gap. It would introduce Kirk's Enterprise adventures leading into where no man has gone before territory. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Today, we are going to talk about all the latest updates, leaks, rumors, speculation on Star Trek Year 1. Plot possibilities, timeline, cast, crew, you name it, we're going to go over it. And I really do strongly debate back and forth. Should we just become a Trek channel? Because every time we put up a Trek video, they go off. And the community really chimes in the comment section. And yes, I read every single comment on every single video. So, before we jump into it, I have a quick special personal announcement for you guys. For all the people that have been with me since 0 subscribers on this channel, all the way to almost 20,000, I want to say thank you. And I have some really personal news to share with you guys. Your boy is officially a published author. Welcome to the family. My first ever published book is live, available for purchase across the web. Amazon, you can get it in paperback, hardcover, ebook, Google Play, Apple, you name it, and it's available. I just ask one thing of you. If you decide to go get it and read it, do me a favor and leave a review on Amazon or Apple, on Goodreads, wherever you can, because this is the beginning. This is the beginning of my author career, and I want you guys to come along for the ride. And I really think you're going to enjoy the story as well. So a link is in the description if you guys want to go check out the book, and I'll put a pinned comment as well. Let's talk the story. We know Strange New Worlds is designed to hand Kirk the bridge at the end. I mean, per Cinema Blend, Akiva Goldsman envisions S&W ending on Kirk's first day on the job as Enterprise captain. That's a setup for Year 1 to pick right up. So in other words, the S&W finale would drop us at Kirk's birthday. Then Year 1 would cover everything before Spock's famous opening in TOS. Now, Goldsman even said that we'll be pretty close to something you recognize from the original series by the end. So you could expect a lot of nods to classic episodes, but they would probably have modern twists. So what actually could happen in Year 1? Well, people have been speculating, of course. We'll likely see Kirk meeting McCoy, Sulu, Chekhov, all the iconic TOS crew for the first time. Something the showrunners themselves have teased would be awesome. And as a fan of Trek for my entire life, I think it would be really cool. One interview pointed out the TOS pilot No Man Has Gone Before is already mid-mission, so there's no untold backstory to fill. We might get Kirk's first run-ins with a Klingon, space anomalies, famous Kirk lore. Think Gary Mitchell or the rigged Academy flight. There was an article on Cinema Blend even speculating Year 1 could end with Kirk's crew finally assembled. So you would have Sulu, Chekhov, McCoy, and they would all come aboard at last. So in short, it could be like a modern retelling of the original series' 5-year mission. It could be season to season. And of course, the big thing is the cast and the crew. That's what's so exciting about this. Paul Wesley, young Kirk, has basically been lobbying behind the scenes for a full show. And the Spock actor Ethan Peck has openly said that he would love to keep playing Spock in a Year 1 series. Peck told TV Insider he'd stay with the role for as long as he was invited to. He praised Spock's nobility and saying the character's message is incredible. So in other words, the actors are fans too, and that's ready to keep things going. Whenever the actors are actual fans, that's really good, because we get some shows and movies where the actors don't even know the plot. They don't even know what's going on. They could care less. They're there for a paycheck, and then at the end, they say 20 years later they never even watched the movie. That, to me, is not okay. The S&W producers have been salivating over introducing those missing crew members. In interviews, they specifically mentioned fleshing out Sulu, McCoy, and Chekhov. Myers said Year 1 offers the opportunity for them. It would be awesome to be able to continue with those characters, so Kirk could actually end up surrounded by the full classic bridge crew just on screen this time. Now, let's talk about the official updates here. That sounds great, right? But we don't have any official updates. Goldman and the S&W team keep calling Year 1 a dream, something they would do in a heartbeat. But ultimately, they don't have any control. I mean, they don't. In a recent interview, Akiva Goldsman quipped that the S&W crew are renters, and Paramount Skydance are the landlords now. So translation there for everybody. Goldsman and company, they promised to craft S&W's ending carefully, But whether we actually get year one happening depends on the studio execs, which sucks. It always sucks because most of them aren't fans and they're just paper pushers and they're just about the bottom dollar. They don't care about the Trek universe or the fandom or the community. Can't stand that. I mean, they got fans involved though. They're smart. They're trying. At SDCC, they openly told us to start writing letters to Paramount and Skydance. Goldsman literally said, dream loudly and encourage a letter writing campaign to show interest. So far, all we have are interviews and buzz, not a green light. Goldsman himself reminds everyone year one is just a proposal. We have no idea. It's different landlords. So we'll see what they think. Could they be pissed off? I don't know. Why would they be? I don't know. Goldsman's literally giving them a new device to print money. You have to keep the Trek world going, so you have to figure out what you're doing. Are we doing Star Trek 4, the Kelvin crew? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do a reboot? I mean, you got to keep going. I mean, one of the big news pointed out there's a real clock on the project, which is kind of scary. S&W's 5th season is confirmed as the finale. It's going to wrap up really, really soon if it hasn't already. And after that, the sets, props, costumes would normally get recycled or stored away. Star Trek news site noted that CBS Paramount essentially have till, let's just say, January or February 2026 to decide on year one, or else the S&W Enterprise sets, they'll be dismantled. Goldsman even admitted that these are all the right questions about assets, saying the decisions are more immediate than they seem to be. So in plain terms, Trek could lose its prime sets unless the new series is greenlit soon. I mean, this deadline has people worried, myself included. I mean, it could be in danger if the studio delays, and why would they? If you have all the sets already pre-made and the costumes and everything, literally plug and play, you're going to save money. Let's not forget, Trek's corporate landscape is changing. Paramount is now under new Skydance leadership, and they reportedly reshuffle the entire franchise plan. On the movie side, Paramount announced a brand new Trek film by directors Goldstein and Daly, said to feature completely new characters and no ties to existing Trek shows. In other words, the studio seems keen on fresh starts, and they're evaluating how year one fits into that larger picture. But if they're actually Trek fans, they know that this is a perfect side parallel. It can run parallel. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the new movie. So, I mean, people are debating. I mean, is it the right move? A lot of Trekkies are all for it, myself included. I want to see Kirk's early Captain Adventures, imagining the first Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Bond, classic monsters reimagined, all that. But on some note, the franchise already dove into the past a lot recently with Discovery's prequel years in S&W. One write-up even cautioned year one feels like an attempt at a cash grab by leaning on Kirk's legend, though it argues that using TOS's big names to build a new series could pay off in the long run. So which one is it, right? I mean, come on, let's look at Star Wars. Talk about using a big name, Skywalker. It's also calls to move forward. Some people want Trek to jump ahead in time rather than revisit the 2260s. I mean, the upcoming Starfleet Academy show, it's set into, I think, the 32nd century. Now, in any case, most agree that if year one does happen, it should avoid remaking episodes and instead deepen character backstory. So imagine an episode about young Sulu's ambitions or Chekhov's first day. There's a lot of possibilities here. It's all speculation right now, but there is a lot of possibilities. So, year one, it's a working title for a potential series picking up right after Strange New Worlds. It's all there. The roadmap is there. The pieces are there. The Legos, just put them together and build it. It would cover Kirk's first year in command of the Enterprise. I mean, come on. The S&W team, the cast, they're all on board. Showrunners, they're all on board. There's nothing official. It's not greenlit, but Goldsman says it's a dream, and I think we're going to try to wish it into reality. We're going to make it happen. We're going to speak it into existence. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon.